Hello, I'm Luke Hatfield. Alongside me, Joe Edwards. We're in beautiful Bratislava. Very nice city. Lovely country as well so far. We've been very busy. We've been to 2 press conferences. First, of course, the home team. Second, of course, the away team, Wolves. And you had a chat with Matt Doherty and Nuno. Both, of course, well up for this one, albeit not delighted by the situation regarding fans.
Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it? And obviously a lot has been made of it and will continue to be made of it, because this is quite a unique situation in that it's a behind closed doors sanction from UEFA, except it's not behind closed doors. There's going to be a full house here tomorrow night at Helmpole, which I must say is a lovely stadium. Built this year, opened this year. I mean, there's you can still see some of the paint drying around this place, to be honest. But you get in there, it's a proper stadium. It's a lovely ground, and it will be full, and it'll be full of under 14s. And this is because UEFA rules, despite it being behind closed doors, allow under 14s to go along for free with an adult accompanying every 10. So they had 6,000 for Besiktas when they had the same sanction, and for Wolves they've got a sellout. So I mean, Wolves, talking about them being a big draw. I mean, the Slovan are up for this. Only 200 coming from Wolves, and that's where the imbalance comes in. That's where the frustration comes in. Frustration from Matt Doherty. He was on about it, saying it's very disappointing for us as players and for the fans, of course. Nuno can't wrap his head around it, to be quite honest. He says, I don't understand it, but it's something that they've got to deal with, and hopefully they can use it as fuel to pick up 3 points. If they win tomorrow night, of course, they could end up topping Group K, so that would be a fantastic night's work.
Yeah, it certainly would be. And Jan Kozak, the Bratislava boss, he's not taking Wolves lightly, is he? He knows the threat that Wolves can offer, and you get the feeling that Wolves going into this as favourites. The Premier League side, which every team's a little bit worried about in this group, it seems.
Yeah, and even he said, to be honest, that he feels sorry for Wolves fans. He even sympathises with them, because he says, we've got all these children coming along and they are going to give us support. It's not going to be the same as having the usual fans in, but they are rightly banned for racism. The under 14s hopefully can learn and realise that that's not the way to be. As Nuno said quite rightly, he says hopefully these kids can learn that racism is not the way, and that they are here for a reason, and hopefully can learn good from that, because he said racism is the most abnormal thing in the world. That's what he said. He said he just can't understand it, and we can't, and many can't. I mean, there's a few people who still do it, which is unbelievable, to be honest. But Kozak, he obviously says Wolves are the strongest team of the group, and he's wary of the challenge. Knows a little bit about Wolves with his former Albion connection, albeit brief. Played for him. I think 6 games in 2006, so it was not as if he was some Hawthorn's hero or anything like that, but there's a bit of added needle there. Bratislava, of course, are the kind of shock team of the group so far, 4 points from the first 2 games, so it's going to be a good game, I think.
Yeah, certainly will be, and I tell you what, if Wolves do get a win here, it certainly puts them in a great position for the rest of the group and the Europa League group stages at least. Because I tell you, say what you want about the competition, but this is the biggest competition Wolves have been in for a long old while, and going as far as they can. I mean, it's just going to help attract players in the future. But it gives fans as well. I know there aren't many coming tomorrow, but for future, plenty of fans, plenty of European trips. Can't moan at that.
Not at all. And Matt Doherty even alluded to himself, if they go on an amazing run, which you could say is unlikely, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. I mean, Wolves have got the talent. Whether they've got the depth is, there's still a question to be answered. Probably not. But if they have a bit of luck on the side, they could win this competition and end up in the Champions League. It's possible. It's not impossible. It's not out of the realm to think about that. But Slovan, they should beat them. Make no mistake, Wolves at their best should beat this team tomorrow night, but as we say, it's difficult circumstances. Difficult circumstances, and a strange atmosphere. But Wolves have been in these situations before. You know, difficult situations, albeit not the same as this, but quite similar situations, tough tests, and came up trumps. So fingers crossed they can do so again.
Yeah, fingers crossed they can. And talking about team news, Joe, who can we expect to make the starting 11? It's a question which has bugged many people in the press room today.
Yeah, it's been quite the debate. Do you go with Jesus Vallejo and then bring in Romain Saiss back for Newcastle? Do you play 3-4-3? Do you play 3-5-2? You know, despite the not having the most numbers, there's still quite a lot of options. But you're looking at it, and who we know won't be playing is Ryan Bennett.
Yeah.
Hasn't travelled, groin problem. But who has travelled? These are the young lads, Chem Campbell and Taylor Perry. Chem Campbell, if you don't know, 16-year-old, quite highly rated, reported interest from Borussia Dortmund as of late.
Yeah.
Taylor Perry made his debut in the Carabao Cup a few weeks back, you may remember. Did pretty well against Reading. He's been doing well for the under-23s as well. You know, we kind of understand that, you know, they've come along in case somebody else gets injured, but nonetheless a fantastic experience for those two young lads. Pedro Neto hasn't made the trip either, his heel injury, but we weren't really expecting him to be here. But Wolves, you know, they've got options. It's a quick turnaround for Newcastle, but you know, if you could get 3 points here to go into that, it'd certainly set you up nicely. And I think they will. I've got a good feeling, so fingers crossed that feeling turns out to be true.
Fingers crossed it does. Give me a match prediction, Joe.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Wolves. A clean sheet would be lovely, especially if Jesus Vallejo plays, and you know, just kind of settle the nerves that he's had. That would be lovely. So 2-0.
2-0, we'd take that, wouldn't we? Right, Wolves take on Bratislava tomorrow. For all the pre-match chat, make sure you stay with expressthestar.com.